Thank you all, and good afternoon, and we really appreciate you all being here. It's been a while since we've all gathered together. In fact, it's been since December since we've had a press event, and that's when we did the topping off ceremony to top off the roof. And it's just amazing when you look at the progress. And you know, our team, we're over here a lot, many times during the week, and every day we come over here, we see progress. So if you see the big smiles on our faces, it's because, A, we love being in this building and seeing what's happening here. It's very transformative. And I'm anxious for everyone to have an opportunity when we're all done with our remarks to go in and see the building. And we've got some of our team that will tour you around and answer questions. And going back to that event from December to now, and talking to Danny Boniface from Richmond Region Tourism, one of our great partners, he called it mind-boggling, the progress that has been made. So Danny, I would agree with you on that. But to have something like this and to see this progress and to see what it's going to do for this community in this area and really be a game changer for our region, you have to have great vision and you have to have great leadership. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to one of the members of our Board of Supervisors, Reverend Tyrone Nelson, for some remarks. Reverend Nelson.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Dennis. It's an honor for me to welcome you on behalf of my colleagues, the Board of Supervisors of Henrico County, to the Henrico Sports and Entertainment Sports and Events Center. Every week, we are completing new milestones out here. For those of you who have toured the building at least once, you see that we are making exceptional progress. Dennis is going to update you on some things that we've done later, including the recent installation of the video scoreboard, Daktronics video scoreboard for the arena that tops anything that you will see in our region to date. Nothing is more important, though, than the community partners and the organizations that will bring this building to life as reflected upon by the many groups that are represented here today. Those like our Varina resident Ashley Crenshaw, who will bring her cheer and dance competition to this facility this fall, over to my left. These partnerships will make the venue a success, merging events and community all in one facility, a facility that will bring impact to our entire region. We're thankful that you all are here today to celebrate these groups that are with us. Now I'll ask our Chief of Staff, Kara Chatina, to come and greet everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson, and good afternoon again. Well, this building was a vision of the Board of Supervisors going back decades. It was also the forethought of the board to establish the Commonwealth's first local sports and entertainment authority just a couple of years ago, and my have they been busy. We are lucky to have such a visionary board, and thanks to our elected officials, our economic development strategy involving sports tourism has and will be accelerated by this facility, the Indoor Sports and Events Center, and our small but very mighty Sports and Entertainment Authority. It's truly amazing what this group of maybe 4 or 5 individuals have done in a year. And so last year, actually, outdoor sports brought in $60 million to our local economy. And it is thought that this number will be doubled because of our efforts, of our local experts and our Sports and Entertainment Authority and future partners. So now to talk more about this, I'd like to ask the leader of our small but mighty authority, Dennis Spickmeyer, back up to the podium. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Carrie, and thank you, Reverend Nelson. And really, again, as Carrie mentioned and as Reverend Nelson mentioned, this isn't possible without great collaboration. And you know, when you look at the developer, Repke, and their vision for this entire complex, not just what we see here, but what's coming with housing and hotels and restaurants and things, this will be a really thriving community. EDC, our contractor, and then just so many county departments. And I just want to give a shout out to all the county departments because everyone has a hand in this and bringing this to life and making it a success. But I do want to call out our IT department and our Recreation and Parks department. Again, just great collaboration across the board, and our public safety partners that will play such a key role in what we do here to execute our events. So just thankful for all of them, and again, our county leadership and our team, as Carrie mentioned, our small but mighty Henrico Sports Entertainment Authority team. Again, you'll meet several of them today as you go out and tour the building. But again, our community partners, Richmond Region Tourism, the Virginia Tourism Corporation, VTC, and then just so many of you that are here today. We're gonna bring up a couple of our event promoters to speak about their events and what this building means to them as well. Again, for me, when you go inside and you see the gym equipment that is being installed, the four-sided scoreboard that was mentioned earlier, the things that we can do in this building, this is a very unique building. This is not a gymnasium. This is a multi-purpose event center. And we've been very purposeful in how we've approached the construction of this building and the amenities that we are bringing to this building. These amenities will serve for all these event promoters. These amenities will serve your guests well. We know we're in a great location, great freeway access. That's a key differentiating point for us. But the level of service that we want to provide our event promoters and the things that they can do in this building will separate us from other buildings throughout the region. So again, thankful for that opportunity that the Board of Supervisors and our leadership has given us. And speaking of our team, and again, many of you are represented here, we have over 40 weekends booked already in 2024. Let that sink in for a second. This building's scheduled to open in mid-October, and you'll hear from some of the early events as well that are going to help us break this building in. But Carrie mentioned the economic impact. That's going to probably more than double. That number's going to soar to have a facility like this that will allow us to bring in so many events here to the area. And again, it's not just the tournaments, the youth tournaments that are coming in here. I mean, opportunities for ticketed events as well. I'll highlight, and you'll probably hear me mention them a couple of times, but the A-10 Women's Basketball Championship was a huge announcement for us about a month ago. To bring a championship like that has a national television audience is really another game changer for us. So again, economic impact and our community and the opportunities that our community will have to use this building. I see Lenny from schools here. This will be the new home for graduations starting in 2024. So as a dad with a rising senior, we'll be one of the first classes to come through here. So we look forward to having our Henrico students also graduate in this building. So with that, I am going to bring up a couple of our event promoters. Again, thankful for all of you and the opportunity to work with all of you in the months and years ahead. This building will be here for a long time. So with that, I'm going to bring up Greg Simons first. Greg's the president and co-founder of Futsal RVA. Futsal RVA, they'll be hosting 3 tournaments in 2024, January, June, and August. And they'll also be hosting some league play and weeknight practices in here. So it's not always about the weekends. I mean, this building will be going, pretty much 365, morning, noon, and night. It will be a busy facility. And actually, where all of you guys are standing, there'll be a great cafe, restaurant right here. So people can come, stay, play, watch, eat, whatever they need to do here in this facility. So Greg, if you can come up and say a few words, please.
All right, yes, so this is a very exciting time for futsal. It's funny, I want to say 15 years ago, me and my partner Joe, which are big in the soccer business here in Richmond and in the US, we found this game of futsal that we believe is a huge part of youth development for soccer. So we decided to contact the governing body that's out of Kansas City about futsal. They told us we were going to be the 6th franchise in the whole country. This was 15 years ago. And today there's close to 200 franchises in the US. So futsal there's no existence in Virginia, Maryland area. I think Futsal RVA was the first to bring futsal to Virginia 15 years ago. We started a league with 8 teams. And I think 4 teams we just let in so we can have an actual league. And today we have over 200 plus teams in our league. And we rent facilities all over, wherever is available. So when we found out that this opportunity was here, This was amazing. We have, again, it's 10 players per team. It's thousands and thousands of kids that play the game. Futsal is a game that's played on a basketball court. It's similar to basketball. It's just with a harder, soccer ball with smaller goals. It's a non-stop. It's action all the time. It's a huge part of development because we're in the game of development, individual development. So we have kids from all over that plays with our academy and play in our league that plays for their local clubs. So we are a collaboration with everybody. We're not in competition with any soccer. We're just part of the youth development. Soccer, futsal is a big part of that. We have produced players that plays professionally in Europe out of Richmond. We probably have 10 to 15 players. We have currently, one of our players should be playing in the Women's World Cup this summer out of Richmond that grew up playing futsal. You guys will hear a lot more about it. So just having this facility is priceless, and this is going to be able to open the game of futsal to many more kids. Futsal is a sport that started in the inner city in Colombia. Best players in the world grew up playing futsal. It's an inner city sport that plays on a basketball court because all you need is a ball and it can play. And that's where all the skills come from. So we're very excited to be here. This is a big deal, not just for Richmond, but for the U.S. because our goal is to bring the U.S. Youth Futsal National Championship here in the next couple of years. So we're excited for the opportunity, and our kids are going to be very excited to hear that we're coming here. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. And I know we look forward to seeing the action-packed, the stuff that happens with futsal here. I'm going to bring up Coach Stephen Lewis with 804 Coaches for Change. They're bringing their December fundraising event, a basketball showcase here that features public high schools versus private high school for competition between girls and boys at the high school level. But think about the name for a second, 804 Coaches for Change. So when you talk about, again, being very purposeful, it's a message that resonated with me and our team, Coach. So thank you for what you do with our young people and teaching them to be good community citizens as well as good sports. So, Coach, if you can come up and say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Really appreciate it. Really excited. Thank you to Henrico Sports and Entertainment Authority for giving us the opportunity to bring our tournament here. Shout out to our president, Daryl Watts. I'm the vice president of 804 Coaches for Change. We also have our board member, Molly Reinhardt, here of Befriend. Our whole goal is to help youth through sports, and we've been doing that for 3 years now with different kinds of tournaments and seminars and Zoom meetings and things like that, teaching kids sports, but between there, teaching them life skills and really bringing everybody together. So our big event that Dennis was talking about is the Community Classic. It's our 3rd annual tournament that will be here. We're really excited about the new venue, putting the kids into a really, really state-of-the-art venue, putting them on a big stage to be able to participate and play. So we'll have a dinner before that at St. Christopher's School for the teams to come together and hear from some different speakers, and then the 3 days after that we'll have tournament play. Really excited about the opportunities that Dennis and Henrico Sports and Entertainment Authority have given the kids, and we are really looking forward to the tournament. So thank you.
Thank you, Coach. And as Coach was saying too about giving the kids an opportunity to play on a showcase floor, one of the unique things about this building, and you'll see when you go inside, you'll see this big blue curtain that's blocked right now. There's a big sound curtain that comes down. That creates the arena side of this building. That creates a 3,500 plus seat small arena. And on that, we have 115,000 square feet of hardwood space. But when we go to a showcase type of an event like that, a championship type of event like that, we will be bringing in a portable basketball court that will sit on top of our permanent floor. So quick note on that. For you NCAA March Madness enthusiasts out there, the basketball court that will actually be placed here for the championship games actually came from the Louisville regional this past year. So if you watched any of the men's basketball tournament on television, that floor from the Louisville region is coming to this facility. It was a floor that we purchased, and it only has 3 games played on it, so that's pretty cool. So we'll get a lot of use out of that floor. Next up, I want to bring Roy Zeidman, Senior Vice President of Special Olympics Virginia. They're bringing their 2024 basketball tournament to this venue. And for more than 20 years, they've been in Northern Virginia, playing at a variety of different high schools to be able to get all of their athletes playing. And again, they're spread out all over a number of places in Northern Virginia. But again, this building and its uniqueness will give them an opportunity to bring everybody under one roof. So, Roy.
Thanks, Dennis. We're thrilled to bring our second state championship competition back here to the RVA. 2 weeks ago, we just had our summer games out at the University of Richmond. We've been at the University of Richmond for 40 years. We like to build long-standing relationships. Our basketball championships were up in Stafford for the last 20 years. But when this facility began construction, we started looking at ways that we could become more efficient, more effective, provide a better atmosphere for our athletes. And we think this facility is going to do that for us, because having everybody in one location instead of spread out among 10 or 12 locations makes it much easier for us to manage our volunteer experience, manage the athlete experience, allow our coaches and traveling trip coordinators an ability to coordinate where their athletes are at any time. Special Olympics is about building inclusive communities. Just like this building, Dennis, we're trying to bring people together so we can celebrate our differences and find reasons to accept each other and allow people to grow to the highest level possible that their capabilities will let them. And we're thrilled to continue working with Henrico County. Henrico County helped us start our Unified Champion Schools programs 15 years ago, and that program is now in over 400 schools in 70 jurisdictions around the state. So our 18,000 athletes and 20,000 coaches and volunteers are thrilled to be coming here next February so that we can showcase our athletes in a world-class facility. So thanks very much, Dennis.
Thank you, Roy, and we look forward to welcoming the athletes here. And again, our crew, as Kerry said, we've been at this for a little over a year, jumped in with both feet on this project, but we also did a listening tour. And for many of you who are part of bringing your events here in 2024, you guys have not been shy about providing input on what you want in the building. And one of those individuals that has provided a lot of input for us, I want to bring him up next. Jeff Snyder is the CEO of Big Shots Basketball. Jeff has 5 basketball tournaments in this building in 2024. So we look forward to working with Jeff and his team. And one of the other interesting things too, whether it's basketball or volleyball, part of showcasing our athletes and bringing athletes in from other parts of the country are the opportunities that could present them to go on and play college basketball or college volleyball. And Jeff comes as a former college basketball coach. But, there will be college basketball coaches and college volleyball coaches coming in this building to watch athletes play. We just had a baseball tournament over the weekend. There were 34 baseball coaches that came and watched athletes play here in Henrico County. That's going to continue in a facility like this. So, Jeff, we appreciate what you and Big Shots are doing as well.
Thank you, Dennis. I've known Dennis a long time. When I was the head coach at Cal Poly, he was assistant commissioner in the Big West. So that's how far Dennis and I go back. But the leadership you have running this building is off the chart. I mean, with Dennis, Tom Yeager, commissioner of the Colonial Conference, Michael McCormick. I mean, it's unbelievable how great your leadership is. Big Shots, we run about 40 events a year. We'll have 4,600 teams play. That's 55,000 players that will play in Big Shots. And we've had Ty White. Ty White's back here. I mean, Ty White and I started at the same time in 2006, and he has built a dynasty here in the city of Richmond with Team Loaded. Congratulations, Ty, what you've done, and John Marshall. But we look forward to hosting events here. And I heard Dennis said it's going to be one of the best in the area. We think it's going to be possibly the best in the country. I mean, this facility is unbelievable. And the location, where it is, it's so good. I moved from Myrtle Beach to Virginia. I moved back into Virginia again because that's how good the venue is going to be. Excited about being here and looking forward to getting to know a lot of you. Thank you.
Well, thank you to all of our speakers, and again, we'll wrap up here in a few minutes. But first of all, I want to thank all the media for coming out today. So thank you all for being with us today. I am going to. It's always a little dangerous to read off so many names, but I'm going to go through them quickly because we do have so many of our event promoters here, and I want to try to run through again just to give you a flavor of the variety of activity that's coming here to the Henrico Sports and Events Center. So our partners at Sportable, again, a lot of our locals know about Sportable. They'll be doing a lot. Sparkles Cheer and Dance, thank you again for coming out. Richard Bland College, so we'll have some junior college hoops going on here in the building. Rocket Sports, Futsal RVA, who you heard from. 804 Coaches, who you heard from. Richmond Volleyball Club, been a prominent club in the area for a long time. Virginia AAU Volleyball, Tyrone Wrestling, All-American Gymnastics, Aerial East Gymnastics, Maid Hoops, 810 Women's Basketball Championship, Team Loaded, Special Olympics, who you heard from, Big Shots, who you heard from, Extreme Heights Gymnastics, National Wheelchair Basketball National Championship will be played here. I mean, it's going to be an unbelievable 2-week run with working with our partners at Sportable and the National Wheelchair Basketball Association. To see those athletes and what they do is amazing. Atlantic Coast Events Volleyball, Teammate Basketball, Big Time Hoops, New Breed Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and et cetera sports. And again, if I've missed anybody, I apologize. I just want all of our promoters to know we appreciate you guys. We look forward to being with you and being part of your organization and being part of your events. And we look forward to getting this building open in mid-October. And I'm going to leave you with one thing with my friend Tanya out there. One thing that we're known for here at the Henrico Sports and Entertainment is what, Tanya? Showtime all the time. So we're looking forward to some showtime all the time here. So thank you all for being here.